Wagwan future millionaires and
good morning.
yo, I'm not going to lie, it feels kind of weird being back on YouTube, like my heart racing, my pulse beating, I kind of feel nervous. But nonetheless, I promise you guys videos, and guess what? I'm back with some banger video ideas. But before we even get into the content structure for this video, I posted some Q&As on YouTube and Instagram just to answer your questions, because I want to know that we're on the same page, on the same wavelength as it pertains to investing. So the first question that I received on Instagram, this person asked, have you purchased any crypto as yet, and if so, which one and how many have you accumulated? So I have my Bitcoin and Ethereum in a wallet called BlockFi. And BlockFi is basically a wallet that pays you interest on your cryptocurrencies. So far it's paying me out an interest just to store my Bitcoin and my Ethereum. Going over to my Kraken account, I have Solana, Polkadot, Avalanche, Decentraland, and the Sandbox. But I have them split up differently. I am currently staking Polkadot and Solana. And what is staking, you might ask? Long story short, staking is just putting your cryptocurrencies on the blockchain, and for you doing that, they're going to pay you an interest for putting up your cryptocurrency.
Anyways, we're off to the road again. ...2022 goals. One of my main goals this year is that I want to be involved in the JSE swing trading world. It's possible, and I want to take a class on it, and I just want to expand my knowledge. So this year is going to be a lot of me investing in myself and expanding my knowledge. I also want to do portfolio challenges by which my subscribers would help me by giving me tips and suggestions on what they want to see me invest in. So that is some of the goals that I want to do in 2022, along with also heavily investing in this crypto down market, because as they always say, buy the dip.
Stocks only go up.
Welcome to Demi's Kitchen, where I give some hefty financial lessons. I do not give financial advice, because if I do, then I'll be going to jail, because I am not legally equipped to do that. So listen, learn, and look on my financial journey. So in my portfolio right now, I have around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stocks. And these stocks are AMG, Carreras, First Rock, JMMB 7.35, Mailpack, Cygnus Investments Jamaica, and Cygnus Real Estate Fund. Next question is from Y_TC_1234. And they're basically asking, how is your research going for dividend stock in the international market? First up on this list is Altria Group, ticker symbol MO. And they have a dividend yield of 7.20. And you might ask, what does Altria do? Think about it this way. They are the Carreras of America. The second dividend stock that I will be looking into is called Annaly Capital Management Inc. and their ticker symbol is NLY. Currently, their dividend yield is at 11.38%. Basically, they invest in mortgages. Next on the dividend list is going to be Chevron Corporation, ticker symbol CVX, and currently Chevron's dividend yield is 4.04%. And a couple of you will already know what Chevron does. Chevron, through its subsidiaries, engages in integrated energy, chemicals, and petroleum operations worldwide. So them sell gas. And lastly, we'll be looking at the Global X Nasdaq 100 covered call ETF QYLD. And they have a dividend yield of 11.80%. And QYLD is basically a fund comprises of 500 Nasdaq stocks, Nasdaq meaning technology stocks, which they trade using options to give you the best returns on your investments. So this one is on the risky side. This one is the gamble investment. So if you want to join, not telling you, but I'll be investing in it. Another question that I frequently get is, how do I fund my Kraken account? I have moneyline, it's easier for me to wire it. If you want to use your Visa card, then go ahead and try. Even though some of these banks may decline the card and you have to call the bank to send through the purchase, I will use the moneyline wire transfer method, and I don't have to even think that my transaction may be declined. And usually if you send it in the morning, like 9 o'clock when these banks open, by 1 o'clock you'll see the money in your Kraken account, so it doesn't take long. Next question is from Michelle Harris Smith, and she asked, what's your thoughts on saving in a mutual fund instead of a regular bank account? And the thing is, even though a regular bank account doesn't give you much interest, it's generally easier to withdraw that money for anything that you deem fit. Then it's always at your fingertips. Then it's always at your fingertips. But with a mutual fund, you may be getting more interest. So if your thing is just savings and you don't need it for any emergency spending or immediate transactions, then it's always best to just put your money in something that gives you more interest than your regular savings account. As I see it, savings account is any purchase that you plan to make either 1 to 3 months time. If you're saving up for some furniture, or if you're saving up to do some replacements on your car or any maintenance like that, or just to buy some gifts, then you can use the regular savings account for that. But if it's something to build wealth, then always look for the higher interest. It's 2022 and a lot of people have set goals for themselves. And one of my goals is to start from scratch when it comes to investing. I want to be more aggressive in this market. And by doing so, I've made a list for this channel and also for myself. One of my goals is to be more aggressive as it pertains to being a dividend investor. So you might have heard me state some of the stocks that I plan to invest in for this year, and most of them are US stocks and they're pretty high dividend yields and pretty aggressive. And also I want to do a dividend capture method with the Jamaican stocks. So you can watch other videos to find out what is the dividend capture method. And I also have stock goals. And these goals are going to be for growth stocks. As I said, this year is going to be super aggressive. And some of these goals include investing in the junior market, which is the small market of the Jamaica Stock Exchange. And the reason for choosing the junior market is that most of these stocks have exposure to be exponential in the amount that they can grow by. That means more profits. And I also want to invest in some other stocks, some American stocks that are focused around the metaverse and cryptocurrencies overall. Thirdly, I want to build my cryptocurrency portfolio. And I currently have Solana, Ethereum, BTC, Polkadot, Avalanche, Decentraland, and the Sandbox. And these are spread around blockchain, currency transaction, and also metaverse cryptocurrencies. So I think that's diversified enough for a crypto portfolio. And I will be doing breakdowns of everything that I have in my portfolio and everything that I want to get in my portfolio. And lastly, for my YouTube goals, and this is something that is personal to me, this is something that will help to build me as a person and as a business person. I want to interview people who are inspiring, people who are doing what I want to do, people who are great in the digital space, people who have their own businesses, basically anybody that is leading in their space. So I want to interview them, I want to learn what they are doing, and I want to share that with the wider public so that maybe you can see that, yo, you don't have to have millions.
You have millions?
No.
I'll give you millions and you see how you move.
To start a venture, you can start with the bare minimum, just passion. So happy 2022, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful year, a year full of money, wealth, excitement, and finding your purpose. Until then, happy investing.